I've been waiting for a quiet moment on my road so that I can make this video, and that clearly is not going to happen because someone seems to be rebuilding their entire house. So I've got my windows closed, but that doesn't mean that you'll actually be able to block out a lot of the drilling and just general noise that's going on outside. But I'm here to do my second part of my high heat perfumes. Now I've had a couple of days of absolutely boiling. It's been so hot in the UK that we've literally had fires again. Like, it's really rare for us to have this kind of weather, but it's too hot to do anything on those days. So, but today, a little bit cooler, so I can bear to be spraying perfumes around and chatting about them. So I thought I'd start with a new one to the collection. This is the 2022 flanker for Elizabeth Arden's green tea, and I don't normally like the flankers of these. I've said before, they often just smell like a not as nice version of green tea, so I don't like them. But I just really wanted to try this one because it's green tea, lychee, lime. And I mean, lychee and lime are so up my street. It had some quite nice reviews already on Fragrantica, and I'm wearing this one now as a matter of fact. I haven't even had my shower yet. I'm just I'm just kind of mulching around the house while I have some time off. So this one, currently, you can get this on eBay UK, and I've been watching it for a little while, and it was about £20. It recently went down to £16, I think I got it for, something like that. So that's why I decided to actually get it. Now this one, I'm wearing it now. It's very light. It's very fruity. It's exactly what you'd think it would smell like. It has that sweetness and slightly kind of floral smell that lychee has, but it's very lime forward when you first spray it. But it's not, I mean, it's tart, but it's not like horribly sharp, because it has that sweet underlying lychee going on there, which has a slight, ever so slight berryish kind of sweetness to it. It's very light, this one. It's perfect for this kind of weather. I'm happily wearing it, you know, when I'm still a little bit, let's be real, a bit sweaty after last night's very hot and humid night. And it's just, yeah, it's really comfortable to wear. It's really pretty. It does dry down and you get a bit more of that green tea. You always get that green tea, you know, DNA in these. I've rarely come across one where I can't recognise it as being green tea still. But this one, I actually quite like this as a flanker. It's not particularly shampooey, but it is in that same family as the pomegranate one that I like, from the flankers. But it's not as strong. It's definitely lighter. It's a little bit more subtle. So that's what I mean. That's why I thought it would be a great one to start with here, because in hot weather, this is turning out instantly to be very easy to wear, very nice, just really pretty smell. Yeah, definitely still green tea, but you've got a real nice dose of lime and a real nice dose of lychee. It's very pretty. So I'm going to stay on the... Oh, wait, what am I talking about? I haven't given you the notes. Oh, dear. That's what the heat does to me. Okay, the notes for green tea, lychee and lime are... Let me put that back in the middle there. Lime, lychee, bergamot and lemon in the top notes. Middle notes, water, lily, magnolia and geranium. Base notes, tea, green tea and lychee. So as you can see, there's a lot of lychee going on in here, which is what keeps it sweet and tasty. And it's just, yeah, like I said, very light, very easy to wear, super summery, very yummy. Now, next one. This is so random because these came from Boots. Oh, it's so pretty though. This is Scentology. I'm sticking with the lychee. This is lychee and floral bouquet. And this one, I thought these were Boots' own brand. However, Boots don't have these anymore, but they are on Beauty Base and boohoo.com. Very random. So I'm guessing they're not actually Boots' own, and they are actually a brand called Scentology, which I didn't realise. I've got a whole video about this whole range if you're interested. Two of those, one of them I just didn't really like, so I'm getting rid of that. Two of them I think are more winter appropriate, and two of them are very good for summer. So this is one of the ones that's good for summer. This is Lychee Floral Bouquet. So they're back up to their full price, but their full price is still $9.99 for 100ml. It's an EDT. They're very light. They're very nice. I think they're an EDT. If they're an EDP, they work like an EDT. Oh, it says eau de parfum. trust me, they don't last like an eau de parfum, and they're not strong like an eau de parfum. They're much more of an EDT kind of consistency, these, which I think is probably why they're quite cheap. So I've got to go on to Boohoo to get the notes for this one. So let's have a look. The top notes are lychee, apricot, peach, blood orange, lemon and rhubarb. The heart notes are jasmine, rose, geranium, orchid, fresh and green accords. The base notes are cedarwood, sandalwood, musk, vanilla and amber. And honestly, there's a lot of notes in here, but what you get is mainly lychee. It's quite sweet, I think, because it has that vanilla in the base, but this is very fruity. The florals are very, very much in the background, and it's just really pretty, sweet lychee. I think this one is really easy to wear. Again, I think probably after my shower, I might actually put this one on, and might just keep it with the lychee theme today, because it's really pretty. It's really light. If you don't like super citrusy scents, so I know that generally speaking, if you see high heat perfumes in lists like this, so often they are going to be very citrusy, because obviously that's a really nice light way to get a lovely perfume that's ideal for summer and isn't going to be overpowering or cloying. However, I know there's some people who just don't like citrus, so this has citrus in it, but it's very much a lychee perfume to my nose, and it's quite a sweet lychee perfume. So I think, you know, a tenner for 100ml is an absolute bargain. They come in really nice packaging, so they look very smart. And yeah, there's if you just do a Google search, you'll be able to find these quite easily. They're Scentology. But yeah, for some reason Boots don't stock them anymore, but there you go. So that's that one. Next up, if you watch me all the time, you won't be surprised to see this, because I wear this all the time when it's really hot. This is Jill Sander for women, and it's Sport Water. I'm not keen on the original Sport for women because it's too woody for me. I find it a bit too masculine. This one I find super unisex. It's like a watery peach kind of smell, but it's also like a clean, fluffy kind of laundry out of the dryer smell without being at all soapy. It's just one of my absolute favourite freshies. I think it's brilliant. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how anyone could not like it. It's one of those that I feel like I would be confused by anyone who didn't like the smell of this, but that's because it's one of my favourites. So the notes in this one, just got to find it because I've got so many different perfumes to show you. Okay, top notes are yuzu, peach, green leaves. Middle notes are jasmine, tea and rose. Not jasmine tea, jasmine the flower, and then tea, I think, anyway. Rose. Base notes, ambrette, woody notes and amber. It's not musky particularly, it's not woody particularly, and it's just fresh. I think like those top notes and the tea, and for me a bit of rose come through. I think there may be a bit of jasmine, but it's not massively jasmine-y. Yeah, I can definitely sense a bit of jasmine, but it's not crazy. I think that for me, it's the tea and watery peach that really come through in this, and so pretty. I love this perfume. I think it's so perfect for this insanely hot weather. And if I didn't have so many perfumes, this would be the one that I'd be wearing the most at this time of year. It's just so good. How many have I got here? Okay, I might put that one over there. Right, next up. Okay, obviously, as I said in my last one, we've got to have a lot of the Acqua Colonias because they are brilliant for this time of year. This is another one that is a limited edition, so I'd suggest getting it now. I just had a little check. They have these and most of the little Acqua Colonia bottles. So these are the 50ml, I think. Yeah, 50ml 50ml eau de colognes on healthfarm.co.uk. And oh no, wait. No, I think it's called Vitamins UK actually, for £11 something. So they're an absolute bargain. Oh my God, I love this perfume. Oh, it's heavenly. Now, they only list Matcha and Frangipani as the notes in this. However, it's definitely got citruses in it. Because when you first spray it, it has a citrusy vibe that reminds me a little bit of Acqua Allegoria's Herba Fresca from Guerlain. I never know how to say that. but then it very quickly dries down into being a very powdery, sweet Frangipani with a bit of a matcha tea note. It's so pretty. It's like, it's a way of getting a sweet, powdery perfume when it's very hot without it being cloying or overpowering. It's such a beautiful perfume, this one. This one actually lasts quite a long time. I'd say it's like three to 4 hours. I can smell this if I get it on my clothes as well, which for an eau de cologne is really good. But it's not overpowering, it's not subtle. This is one that when I wore it to work, one of my colleagues came into my office and just said, "Oh my God, it smells amazing in here." And I was like, oh, I gave her the bottle to sniff and she said, "Oh yeah, that's what it is." So this is a good one. Really, really good one. Love it. And so we'll stay with Acqua Colonia because I'm I think probably going to be able to get 2 Acqua Colonias in each one of these videos. But this one's still in the box. There's a reason for it. So I reviewed the little mini I had of this, and I did say in that one, I couldn't smell it. Like, I couldn't smell it. So I just thought maybe it was a dud. But I also said in the video I'd probably try to get like a miniature or at some point buy it, because I thought maybe I just had a bad batch. And I had a bad batch. That little miniature I had didn't smell of anything. Like, and I put loads of it on my skin. I couldn't really smell it. When it dried down, I could smell a bit more, but it was barely there at all. And then I saw this for a good deal. I think I got this on Amazon again, on Prime, got free delivery. So I think it was like less than 15. I can't really remember, but it was cheap. And I decided to get it again just because I'd seen so many videos where people were saying this was like the strongest Acqua Colonia and this one was really good, and I was just like, weird, I couldn't smell it, but I can smell this in the bottle. Much, much stronger. So yeah, I must have just had a bad batch. So this is Lime and Nutmeg, and actually, while I'm at it, this is gold cap. So these are the permanent collection. So anything with the gold cap is part of the permanent collection. And the silver caps are the limited edition ones. I keep forgetting to mention that, but I noticed some time ago. Anyway, this is, again, they don't give you any other notes, but it's very limey when you first spray it. The nutmeg is quite noticeable, gives it a slightly woody thing. So this one is very unisex, I would say. I think this one's more feminine leaning. Some of them that I've tried, because they're a bit woody, are a bit too masculine for me to actually want to wear myself. Lime and Nutmeg is right on that line of not being too masculine, but still being a little bit masculine, or just totally unisex, really. But what I will say about this is I've kept it in the box because I'm not keeping this. And the reason being that this one dries down to smell almost exactly like my beloved Chanson d'Eau. So this is very nice. It's delicious. It's tasty. It's between like 10 and 15 pounds, right? This one you can get 100ml eau de toilette for less than £5. You can get 200ml of this for about £5. They have this on Direct Cosmetics at the moment. I think 100ml is about £3.99. And this is totally lush. And it actually, the higher the heat is, the longer these last. I mean, I think the lasting power on this particular one is actually quite incredible when it's very hot. I was wearing it the other day. And it just smells, when you first spray it, very lime forward, and then it has kind of spices and all kinds of things going on in it that give it like quite an interesting gentle dry down that just really the whole time I was wearing this, it just reminded me of this. And I was like, well, I don't need this because this one is cheaper, I've got more of it, it lasts longer, and it smells very similar in the deep dry down. So I've got the full list of notes for this one because Fragrantica only has a few of the notes, but I found them, the proper ones. So the top notes of Chanson d'Eau, so this is the original one, are mint, basil, mandarin, lemon, bergamot, orange, lavender and hyacinth. And somehow that gives it like a sherbety lime smell. The middle notes are jasmine, ylang ylang, lily of the valley, mango, pineapple, green cardamom. So that's what's kind of sharing that nutmeggy kind of vibe that you get in the Acqua Colonia. And then the base notes are iris, sandalwood, bamboo, musk and tonka bean. The musk is probably helping this last longer. It doesn't get massively woody or anything, but it definitely has a little bit of sweetness. It's just, I really love this one. It was so good when it was really hot. I wore it on one of the really hot days last week. And I just, honestly, I just couldn't believe how long it lasted. And you go on a bit of a journey with it, because it starts off being very, it almost smells like grass at first. It's very herbally smelling, then it gets very citrusy, and then it dries down to be a kind of sweet, slightly herbal, gentle citrus with some, you know, just a little tiny bit of fruitiness going on. It's just really good. I think it's such a good perfume. It's so cheap. But yeah, in the winter, this one's not going to last very long. In the summer, which is what it's designed for, because this, I think, is like Spanish or Portuguese. It's made by Coty, but I think that's where they always seem to come from when I've bought them. It's just, yeah, I just think it's great. So I would definitely recommend getting this one over this one. Oh, sorry. How badly have I knocked that? Okay, what have we got next? Oh, yeah. You guys won't have seen this one yet. Ooh, very pretty. If I can just pull these over to here out of the way. Try not to knock them over. So this is Anna Sui Forbidden Affair. And as I said in my last summer high heat perfumes video, this is the blackcurrant smell that I have that's kind of more grown up. So I had the Lush Comforter in the last video. This one is a more grown up, but still girly, blackcurrant perfume. So the notes in this one, the top notes are blackcurrant, red currant and Amalfi lemon. The middle notes are raspberry, rose and pomegranate. The base notes are violet, Virginia cedar and musk. And I sprayed a little bit of this on my arm just before I started the video, so it gets more perfumey the more it dries down, but I think that's because you get the musk and the violet coming through. But when you first spray it, it's 100% that top note, blackcurrant, red currant, Amalfi lemon. So it's sharp, but it's a really nice sharpness. It's not like a nostril stinging sharpness. It's a very fruity sharpness. So if you like sharp blackcurrant, sharp red currant, sharp lemons, you'll really like it. And then quite quickly, the raspberry comes in and starts making it super jammy. So it gets very jammy. You get a little bit of that rose. It gets that kind of, yeah, I mean, I guess you can say a jammy rose kind of smell. And then the longer it dries down, the more you get that violet peeking through, and it becomes a bit more of a floral blackcurranty smell. But it's very pretty. It's quite easy to wear, because I think most Anna Sui's I've smelt, they are still quite light. It's got a cool bottle. You can get this for quite cheap. I think this one was probably between £10 and £15. It's 30ml. Hang on. Oh my goodness, I can't read it at all. It's very, look, I mean, how are you supposed to be able to read that? Can you even see there's a, anyway, I think this is an eau de toilette. I think this is a 30ml eau de toilette. It's not massively strong, which is why it's so good for this time of year. And yeah, I think this one's probably quite a safe bet if you just want something blackcurranty, but you don't want to smell like Ribena, because that's what I love about the Comforter, but it is quite a girly, childish smell. And if you are someone, I mean, I'm very happy to smell childish and girly, but if that's not what you like, this might be a safe bet if you want something blackcurrant, but you don't want soap. If you don't want something soapy, you don't want something shampooey, you just want something that has a bit of a blackcurrant vibe or a berry vibe, this is a nice one. I think that's quite a reliable perfume. Where should I try and put that? Let's see. How much have I got left? Oh, lots. All right. So, I mean, I think I can put this in pretty much every single one of my videos, let's be real. Still by Jennifer Lopez. Is perfect at all time of year. Anyone who watches my videos is probably bored of me saying it, but just in case you've come to this video specifically for summer perfumes, you've never seen any of my videos before, Still by Jennifer Lopez is one of the classiest, most beautiful, subtle, easy to wear, all year round perfumes I've ever smelled. It smells like a delicious jasmine tea. It's just so, so pretty. I will read you the notes, but again, like to my nose, this smells like a slightly sweetened glass of jasmine tea. So it's Earl Grey tea, white pepper, mandarin orange, apple and rice in the top notes. Middle notes, jasmine, lily of the valley, freesia, honeysuckle, orange blossom and rose. Base notes, pepper, musk, sandalwood, iris and amber. I don't find it massively peppery. The sandalwood, I think, is just like a creamy sandalwood, slightly powdery. Yeah, there's a lot of pepper in this considering I don't find it massively peppery. The rice gives it like a slight creaminess, and the apple and orange you can smell in the top, but when it dries down, to me, this is jasmine tea, just jasmine tea, and it's so chic. That's the word I would use for this perfume. If you want to smell fresh and you don't want to be overpowered and you want something that's going to literally last you all day, but you want to smell chic. You want to smell like the kind of lady that rocks up to work on a boiling hot day without a drop of sweat, wearing a kind of beautiful silk white shirt and some very nicely fitted slacks, you know. That's what this perfume smells like. Still by Jennifer Lopez is just one of my favourite kind of chilled out boss lady smells, you know, like a skin scent boss lady, you know. Very happy to wear that when I'm with a lot of people as well, because I don't think it's cloying, I don't think it's going to upset anyone. It's just lovely. So then we have, oh, I put this one in for those of you who don't like fruity stuff, who are not interested in tea, don't want to smell like, you know, grass or whatever, who like really sweet perfumes, but at this time of year can't wear anything that's really strong. So Friction for her is a really good way of getting a very subtle, light, slightly skin scenty vanilla perfume. And this to me is quite an edible vanilla, kind of a slightly custard leaning vanilla, if that makes sense. It's got coconut in it, it's got fruits that give it a slight, it's almost a pineapple-y smell, but it's actually apple blossom. It's sweet, it's tasty, it's really, even I can wear this, and I'm really fussy about vanilla, so the fact that I can wear this in hot weather is insane. So if you are someone who loves really strong, if you're like a oh, what is that one called? I can't wear it, I don't like it, but Pink Sugar. If you're like that kind of person, if you like very sweet, very sugary perfumes, but they are massively overpowering in this kind of weather, either for you or for the people around you, then Friction Her is a really good bet. It's super cheap. I think this is like, I mean, it's an eau de toilette, and I think it's an eau de toilette. It certainly works like an eau de toilette. Oh no, this says eau de parfum. Again, it does not perform like an eau de parfum. As I've said with many of my videos, I've got quite a lot of eau de parfums that don't perform as well as these, and those are eau de colognes. But this one, again, in higher heat, that vanilla smell lasts longer on your skin for sure. So Friction for Her, the notes in this are coconut, spun sugar, vanilla and red berries, apple blossom, honeysuckle, musk, amber, jasmine, sandalwood, woodsy notes, vetiver. It's not really woodsy. I don't really smell sandalwood. I can't really smell the jasmine. I think the apple blossom makes it literally smell appley, and so the mixture of the apple blossom and red berries gives it a slight fruity top note, but really then you get coconut and then spun sugar and vanilla, and that's really what you're getting from this perfume. You're not really getting a huge amount else, and it is just really very easy to wear, even for a fuss pot like me. So yeah, if you don't like all these kind of fruity florals, this is a really good bet. This is a really easy to wear one. So Friction for Her, and then two little random ones that I've had for such a long time. So we've got classic Body Shop. Now these are in different bottles now, I think. I'm just having a quick swift. This is Body Shop Strawberry Eau de Toilette, and it's just a lovely, slightly childish, very easy to wear in hot weather strawberry smell. It's something that any age group easily can wear. I know that for some reason a lot of people think that strawberry is like a child smell, but I'd happily smell strawberries on anyone. I think like a good strawberry perfume, absolutely delicious. This is very basic. It doesn't give you any notes, and it pretty much smells like strawberry. Yeah, I mean, it's like a sugary strawberry, but it's not ridiculously jammy. There's a little bit of freshness because it's quite light. So this is an eau de toilette. As you can see, I've had this for ages, and so this is one that I really like spraying on clothes as well because it makes clothes smell so good. So I really like this. This is they're in new bottles that look a bit more classy. They look a bit less childish. they've kind of changed their packaging, so it's kind of thicker at the bottom now. It's kind of see-through and they've got a white label, but it's exactly the same thing. I think they're under a tenner, these. They might be about £10, but yeah, or possibly less. Maybe they were £8.99. It's been so long since I bought this that I can't remember how much I paid for it, but yeah, if you just want a really simple strawberry smell, that's a really good one. But the one that I think is the best is this guy. So this is Body Shop Pink Grapefruit. This perfume, it just smells exactly like pink grapefruit. Pink grapefruit and sugar, that's what this perfume smells like. It's so fresh. It's one of the best easy reach citruses you could think of. It's just so easy to wear. Again, it's super cheap. Eau de toilette, 30ml. They're not unbelievably long lasting. As I said, they do last quite well on clothes. So it's really good if you're spraying this on your skin to make sure it gets on what you're wearing as well, because it will last much longer like that. But yeah, I mean, they're very easy reaches. They're super light and good for this time of year. The pink grapefruit in particular. Again, if you don't like grapefruit, don't get this one. If you don't like citrus perfumes, obviously not. Maybe the strawberry would be better for you, but just smells exactly like a pink grapefruit with sugar sprinkled on it. So it's still sharp, it's still tart, there's still that slight bitter edge you get with a grapefruit. And let's be real, if it didn't have that bitter edge, it wouldn't smell like grapefruit, and what would be the point of it? But it has enough sweetness in it that it's not like hard to wear. As you can see, I've also gone through loads of this. I've had this one for ages. It's just a little classic. So yeah, that is my second high heat perfume vid, and I will be back with more, because honestly I was making a list on Fragrantica of what I wanted to put in these, and I've got so many perfumes. I've got so many things that just work so well for this time of year. So yeah, that's number 2. I will record number 3 as soon as I possibly can. Right now I need to go and open my windows before I suffocate.